Hello everyone in Christ. Good morning everyone in Christ. Okay. Numbers chapter 31. Continue reading from 21 to 54. Part of Vengeance on Midian from 31 1 to 54. So 21. Then Elijah the priest said to the men in the army who had gone to battle, "This is the statute of the Lord that the Lord has commanded Moses. Only the gold, the silver, the bronze, the iron, the tin, the lead, and everything that can stand the fire, you shall pass through the fire, and it shall be clean. Nevertheless, it shall also be purified with water for impurity. And whatever cannot stand the fire, you shall pass through the water. You must wash your clothes on the seventh day, and you shall be clean. And afterward you may come into the camp." The Lord said, "Woohoo! Woohoo!" The Lord said to Moses, "Take the count of the plunder that was taken, both of men and of beasts, you and Eleazar the priest, and the heads of the father's house of the congregation, and divide the plunder into two parts between the warriors who went out to battle and all the congregations, and the levy of the Lord, a tribute from the men of war who went out to battle, one out of 500, of the people, of the oxen and of the donkeys and of the flocks. Take it from their half and give it to Eleazar the priest as a congregations to the Lord. And from the people of Israel's half you shall take one, draw out of every 50 of the people, of the oxen and of the donkeys and of the flocks of all the cattle, and give them to the Levites who keep guard over the tabernacles of the Lord." And Moses and Eleazar the priest did as the Lord commanded Moses. Now the plunder remaining in the spoil in the army took was 675,000 sheep, 72,000 cattle, 61,000 donkey, and 32,000 persons in all, women who had not known men by laying with him, and the half the portions of those who had gone out into the army, number of 337,500 sheep, and the Lord's tributes of the sheep was 675. The cattle were 36,000, of which the Lord's tributes 72. The donkey were 30,500, of which the Lord's tribute was 61. The person who were 16,000, of which the Lord's tribute was 32 persons. And Moses gave the tribute which was the contributions for the Lord to Eleazar the priest, and as the Lord commanded Moses, from the people of Israel's half, which Moses separated from that of the men who had served in the army. And now the congregation's half was 337,500 sheep, 36,000 cattle, and 30,500 donkeys, and 16,000 persons. From the people of Israel's half, Moses took one of the every 50, both of person and of beasts, and gave them to the Levi who keep guard over the tabernacle of the Lord, as the Lord commanded Moses. Then the officer who will I need some water. Then the officer who were over the thousands of army, the commanders of thousands and the commanders of hundreds, came near to Moses and said to Moses, Your Your servant has counted the men of war who had under our commands, and there is not a man missing from us. And we have brought the Lord's offering, and each man found articles of gold, armlets and bracelets, signets, wings, earrings, and bees, to make atonement for ourselves before the Lord. And Moses and Eleazar the priest received from them the gold, all crafted articles. That mean whatever over here, okay? Anyway, and all the gold of the contributions that they presented to the Lord from the commanders of thousands and the commanders of hundreds were 16,750 shekels. The men in the army had each taken plunders for himself. And Moses and Eleazar, the priests, received the gold from the commanders of thousands and hundreds, and brought it into the tent of meeting as a memorial for the people of Israel before the Lord. Praise God for God's word.